Hello and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Welcome to episode 250. I thought maybe we should do something a bit special for such a landmark episode, and then I thought, can't be bothered. So instead, I'm just with the guys. Hello, guys.
Hello. 250.
250. We're just here to say thank you for sticking with us. If you have been sticking with us, if you haven't been sticking with us, then you're not hearing this, in which case this is all irrelevant.
Or you might just jumped into episode 250.
Yeah, if you've just joined us, this might be your first episode, in which case you're completely bamboozled about what's going on. You don't know who any of us are. Anyway, I thought what we could talk about, chaps, is the future, because we are getting close to the end. I don't know, but I think we've probably got about another 4 or 5 or so to do in this book, and then judging by previous books, there'll probably be about another 20.
Okay.
Ooh. By the autumn we'll be done, and some readers have been asking us about what we're going to do when we finish this. What do you chaps think about what we might do after this? Anybody got any ideas brewing?
Have a nice lie down.
I'm going to get my...
Go on holiday?
Yes.
I'm going to get my pipes flushed.
Excellent.
Why am I not surprised?
You could have done that months ago, and then we wouldn't have had so many dropouts.
No.
I thought that's what Thames Water complained about.
Is that why Thames Water had gone bust?
Yeah. Where's all that money going? Well, now we know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Paul, it's going on parts.
Big clean-up operation.
It's going on tubes. It's going on those brushes on long sticks.
I like them.
Special vehicles.
Sick bags for the operatives.
Well, I think if we're going to play something, we're kind of generally agreed to sort of move to Pathfinder 2, right?
Well,
maybe not.
Kind of. Well, as well
Maybe
as...
some Shadowrun.
if it's going to be me DMing, and I kind of was hoping that it wouldn't be,
Hmm.
and I was going to run something
Tough act to follow,
D&D-ish, then don't be silly. I'd probably pick Pathfinder, although Dagger Heart is looking interesting. Is it not, Graham?
It is. I think it's quite interesting, quite different.
Mm.
Don't know how well it will play out, but it does seem quite appealing.
It's a fantasy roleplay game with the same kind of flavour and feel as D&D. Different mechanics, but made by the people that do Critical Role. They've set up their own imprint called Darrington Press, and they're releasing this game. It's got an interesting core mechanic, which we won't get into the detail of. So that is a contender if I was going to run a D&D-like game. So maybe is Draw Steel. It's a tactical grid-based fantasy combat role-playing game. Very Dan-like. The accent is on tactical and grid.
Okay, sounds good.
But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't run something like that. Maybe we do something a bit different. Anybody got any thoughts?
Well, I had this idea for this adventure builder. Right, so you basically invite somebody along. It could be a celebrity or someone from the gaming industry, and you say, right, what would be your best setting? What would be your best bad guy? What would be your standard
format show? Like, what system? What setting?
Yes.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah. And you just basically discuss the aspects of them, and then you basically summarize at the end. So your adventure would be based in Pathfinder 2 or Pathfinder 1 or whatever playtest, or Shadowrun. It would be a sci-fi game. It would have this bad guy that does this, and they would have this kind of story.
That's a good idea.
Mechanic, something like that.
Yeah, a little format thing. So that could be something we could do. We could do shorter form stuff, maybe.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're still exploring different games, aren't we? So rather than another big campaign, it's probably going to be a small adventure,
I'm with you.
just exploring the game system.
I do have an idea for a Shadowrun adventure.
Well, there you go. What we might do, readers, is we might jump about and try all sorts of new things, but nothing maybe that runs, well, certainly nothing that runs for 5 years. There might be seasons. There might be gaps between one thing and another, so that we don't spend our entire lives trying to churn out an episode every week, and we give ourselves a bit of a break. If we brought in advertising and we got some support from some other people, maybe from outside, maybe we could get an editor. If we got an editor, we could concentrate on just playing. My number one watchword is that whatever we do, readers, we are just going to play and happen to record it. Apart from Dan's idea, that's more of a format thing, but we're not in the business of making something for broadcast.
Yeah, I like the idea of different systems.
Yeah.
Mike and I have gently been talking about something, maybe competition style.
As you know, I always look for something different, something like I haven't seen that before.
Yeah,
because there's so much.
That's why I like Blades in the Dark.
There's a lot of unexplored stuff with these games. That it's like you could do this with it, or you could do that with it. I think it's.
I agree.
I think Paizo has been very good at that kind of thing. You know, exploration. They sort of codified sieges, chases. You know, they've done a lot of kind of additional rules and stuff like that, which I really liked. And I think their stories generally are pretty good. I mean, this one is a kind of classic.
This is very old school, but yeah.
Yes, old school kind of epic story.
I like the Year Zero engine and all
I
of
like-
the different things that come out of that.
I like
And
Year
I've
Zero.
also been looking at Rivers of London and many things. Readers, if you've got ideas about what you'd like us to do next, try and keep it mature, please. And not do another Age of Worms for 5 years, because that's not going to happen. But we would love to know what you think, because obviously we are just playing for our own pleasure and recording it. But by the same token, there's no point in recording us playing for our own pleasure if nobody wants to listen to it. Let us know at hello@billowinghilltop.com. Ratings and reviews are always welcome. You can find us on our socials at Billowing Hilltop, pretty much everywhere, at Billowing Hill Toe on the increasingly weird Twix. That's it. Thanks, everyone. We better push on
Let's roll some
with
dice.
episode 250, can you believe it, of the Billowing Hilltop podcast, Firebreather. Oh, he's got time to go on holiday, but he can't come to the grand gathering.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know where his priorities are, don't you?
It's a pretty bleak message about where we all sit in terms of...
Yeah.
Anyway, I suppose when you're more machine than man. Good evening, readers. Sorry, we're criticising Paul's priorities. We haven't got Lucas, but we may have Lucas later. He's going to clamber down from his web. Join us. We have, otherwise, the usual crowd fixing me with its unblinking gaze from its specially adapted high chair. We have Johnny,
Am I an
the
it?
terror dummy.
Seems to become an hit.
We have the Lindisfarne loony with a face like George Clooney. The hot Viking Graham. Awash with whatever fluid is seeping into his tank. We have the one-man cybercrime, Paul. Less replicant, more wetly pants. God.
It's not great,
And
but it's Paul, so I'm going to laugh
kicking
at
off
it.
this evening with the new but soon-to-be cancelled feature we call Comedy Corner.
No.
We have my favourite player, Dan.
Take it away, Dan.
So
you
we've
want
got
me
a
to-
comedy corner.
Yeah,
joke.
okay, there's an elephant and a mouse, and they're walking through the jungle. And the elephant falls into a hole, and the mouse says, "Don't worry, I can get you out. I'll go and get my Mercedes." He disappears off, and he comes back in his Mercedes, having stopped off at B&Q to get some rope. And he ties the rope to the back of the Mercedes, and he lowers it into the hole, and he goes, "Grab this with your trunk, and I'll pull you out with my Mercedes." So the elephant grabs onto the rope, and the mouse drives him out, and it works. Gets the elephant out of the hole. Everything's great. A couple of days later, they're walking down the path together, and this time the mouse falls into a hole. I'm not sure you're going to be able to use this, by the way. But anyway, then the mouse falls into a hole, and
great.
and the elephant whips out his penis and lowers it into the hole. He goes, "Climb up my penis, and I'll get you out of the hole." This is more of a fable, actually, than a joke.
I'm enjoying the story immensely.
Yeah, and so the mouse clambers up the penis, comes out, and it works. It's brilliant. He's out of the hole. And you know what the moral of the story is? If you've got a big penis, you don't need a Mercedes.
Yeah.
Right, let's play Dungeons and Dragons. I've updated the map to reflect your current circumstances.
Oh, where we can't
Yes.
see anything.
Yeah.
Are we in the dark or something?
Yes.
Oh.
Why are we in the dark?
Shall I do the recap because you can't remember?
Yeah,
it?
I can't
The
remember.
dark bit.
No, I can't remember.
I can't remember
Okay.
breakfast.
Right. So, Scaly, Sessions, Parker, and Burple are in this big cavern, which is dominated by a ziggurat. And the ziggurat is surrounded, enclosed within a prismatic sphere of Burple's creation. That's kind of part of the combat one. The other part of the combat, the westernmost section of the combat, is a passageway that leads back down to where you come from. And in that passageway, Uncle Buggy, wreathed in his smoke, he is in combat with a giant wormoid thing, a black armor-plated worm that is coming out of the wall trying to eat him, and Dragotha the Dracolich. Last time, cast your minds back, Uncle Buggy has just shaken off a stunning effect that was caused by Dragotha uttering some kind of word of power that was a kind of saving throw free effect that left Buggy insensible and unable to act.
Oh, good.
Where we left things, the gas that was the result of the river of green horrible surging has dissipated to the extent where Burple could make out on a ledge that runs along the southern section of this large
dwarfy
cavern.
guy.
The Diamond-Eyed Dwarf of Doom.
The golem.
It might be a construct of some sort, but whatever it is, it's made of coal black stone or obsidian. And the last thing that happened last week was it giggled, it gestured, it uttered some incantation or spell and plunged Burple, Scaly, Parker,
Oh,
and
yes,
Sessions into
the
a
Hunger of
void
Hadar.
of whispering.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a while since we've had the Hunger of Hadar.
Use the Hadar radar.
So what I've done in order to accurately convey that effect is I have blacked out everything and I've removed your minis, and therefore we can start on 16 with Sessions.
Can I just clarify what... I think the end of my go,
Yes.
I got another
You shook off
save,
the stunning
didn't I?
effect.
But
You
I
shook
couldn't
off the
do
stunning
anything,
effect.
could I? So I'm now... I can now think and do stuff, but it was at the very end of my go. Is that right?
Yes, it was the last
Okay.
thing in your last turn.
So
with the
next
saving
round,
throw.
hopefully I can do something. Okay, right. Thanks.
Sessions, you know that you're in the southeastern quadrant of the cavern, near the foot of the ziggurat and at the edge of the prismatic wall, but now you can't see anything, and all you can hear is the sort of whispering of the void and slurping. But that might be Parker.
Anyone remember what sort of level Hunger of Hadar is?
I think it's 3rd or 4th. Don't think it's super high.
Okay, I think I'm going to try and dispel that effect using a 3rd level
Okay.
spell.
That, Sessions, works, rather transforming everybody else's turns.
Yep.
Let me apply that change to the map.
Oh, right. Oh, and that's it up on the...
On the thing. Yeah, how high up is
On
he?
the
30
thing.
feet or something?
Yes, that ledge is 30 feet.
And then I guess I will move... I can fly into the prismatic thing, can't I? So I will fly...
We've been
To the
doing
north,
the
onto the
Olympics
sort of
of
top-
spell wrongness with this
Oh, is
prismatic.
it?
Well, yeah, don't worry, we're kind of almost there now.
Why? What's wrong with it?
I thought you could cast spells, I had that wrong. You knew that we couldn't cast magical range attacks in because of the orange layer. You couldn't use non-magical range attacks because of the red layer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is gone because of a cone of cold, but we need to come back to that. We can talk about that in a moment.
But it's still
You can't cast any spells into it because of the indigo layer or the violet layer or something. Anyway, you just have to keep at the bottom. It just says, and also you can't cast spells into or through the wall.
Isn't
At
there
all.
an offensive cantrip you can do, Sessions, on the dwarf?
But area of effect spells do affect things that are inside the wall as long as you're not casting the spell across the wall.
Like Toll the Dead or something?
Not as a bonus action. It's an action. It's not a bonus action.
Oh, I see. Did the other worm thing get killed by Scaly and Parker?
Yes. That's
Okay, so
exactly
there's
what
only
happened.
one
Yeah.
other... Is that right? There's only one other
Yeah.
mini worm?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
It's
Well,
enormous, but yeah.
That's me, fast and efficient. I've returned sight to everyone.
That's all from Sessions. It's Dragothra 13. We just have a look at some areas of effect.
Don't do that.
Can he see through my smoke, by the way?
He can. In fact, he was inhaling it and relishing it.
How can he see through
He has
smoke?
something that all ancient dragons tend to have, which is something called blind sight.
Okay.
We also discussed the fact that the worms have blind sight. It's not tremor sense. It's literally the ability to see without eyes in all conditions.
And how do we know that?
Because I told you.
Yeah.
We were paying attention at school that day.
Because you kept on asking me over and over and over again, and I thought, look, why don't I just tell you what it is, so you can stop asking. It's going to do something else. What it's going to do is... It is going
It's going to bite Buggy.
Well, it could attack Buggy with its whatevers. Yes, with its bony protuberances.
Or it could teleport in the other room and breathe over everybody.
I prefer the former action, to be honest.
I'll just throw that out there.
Yeah, you can do.
Far more
You
effective.
wouldn't be able to teleport and breathe, obviously.
In your face. But he could breathe on you right in front of it.
Well, I know
Waste
it
of
could
a
just
breath.
blow the whole thing
Waste of
on
a
you.
breath.
Well, it's tempting.
I don't know.
It's very,
I'm only
very
a
tempting.
small hobbit, just an old man.
Just a tiny little
Morsel.
obstacle, like a little
It's like an amuse-bouche.
deny an old man his axe?
tiny little thing that it could just zap.
Yeah, I'm just an irritant, so why don't you go and attack them? You know,
You do have
big
one of his
dragon.
cousin's heads on a spike, don't you?
What have I got? I've got.
Just
I don't think
stir the pot.
Oh, yes. I see that now.
I've got a devil thing, haven't I? A jelly thing and a.
A jelly
You've got-
thing, devil thing.
You've got a weird jelly thing in a jar. You've got a mind flayer.
Oh, the mind flare. That's it.
Hooves, was it?
Hooves, yeah, hooves, mind flare, and the jelly thing.
I think you've got something else. I can't remember what the other one was that you picked. You cut
I
the head off
chopped
something
heads
else
off and
recently.
stuck it in the
I
bag.
can't remember what. Anyway, it's going
Can I put my earplugs in and my dark glasses on so I can't see what's going to happen?
Just got your Jugenta peril sensitive
glasses
sunglasses.
that go
Yeah,
dark.
it's gonna
Oh, God.
do that. Could do that. I don't know what it's going to do. The list is so
We're all
long.
sitting here going, not me, not me, not me.
What?
I'm sort of like looking a bit wounded and hobbling around and
Oh,
pointing in the
Definitely go
direction
for-
of the main
yeah.
cabin.
Oh,
much better target.
it's going to advance on you, Buggy,
Yeah, wise move.
and it's going to attack you with its attack of attackness.
Yeah, that's what I would do if
Are
I
you going to
was.
30-foot scaly? 10, 20. No. Can you give me a DC 21 Wisdom saving throw, please?
I have protections against being frightened, poison.
Are you immune to being frightened?
I know I have an advantage.
Okay,
And
so
I
you
can't
can
be
roll with
paralysed.
advantage.
Oh, it's not wisdom save, is it?
Yes, it is. DC 21. Wisdom should be a piece of piss for you. You're a cleric, high-level cleric.
Mid-level cleric.
I think it's +2.
Chucked all those levels into cleric rather than barbarian.
So as a 19th
Surely at this
level
point is when it pays off.
a 13th level cleric, I have +2 on my wisdom save.
Well, because you don't have a good wisdom.
14.
Okay, you don't have a good wisdom. That's not a
So-
save that you have proficiency in as a cleric. Fine, on we go. Needing a 19.
No.
Not getting a 19. And
18.
not getting.
Oh, I've got no more
18.
pluses anywhere.
It's not Pathfinder, where you can keep rooting around in a little sack of pluses.
Why don't I get advantage as a cleric? Doesn't make sense.
You did get advantage.
I mean, some bonus on my wisdom save.
We can't get into that now. We're not going to do accountancy. Right. Well, you're frightened. It's not the end of the world. It just means you
I'm gonna
have
roll my-
disadvantage. You're going to use your Orc dice?
Yeah, I'm going to use my old dice.
Okay. Needing a sort of middling number. Getting a 7. That's not a middling number.
9. So I need a 10.
So you can't make it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Did you use your once only special Orc dice?
I think I did.
You did. In that case, I'll tell you about being frightened. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls, while the source of your fear is within your line of sight. You currently have advantage on attack rolls, so you're just going to have lost that advantage. And you can't move closer to the source of your fear. And now it's going to attack you, using its various prongs. Prong 1 is the bite. Oh, hitting armor class 32.
Yeah.
Doing 14 points of piercing damage
Yeah.
and lousy rolls. Wow, 9 points of fire damage. And it attacks you with its
Half of
claws.
both of those is 7.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
5.
Yeah. First attack hits armor class 22. Is that enough?
Yeah.
20, sorry, actually, it's
yes,
20,
it is.
24. Sorry. That does. Well, that's more like it. 21 points of slashing damage. And then the other claw hits armor class 27, doing 17 points of slashing damage.
Yeah.
That is it for Dragotha. On 8, it is Scaly O'Toole.
The smoke is still up, isn't it, Jules?
Yeah, but I'll dispel it when I can, unless it's at will. I'll just check. Say.
Jules is looking that up. Everybody who's been within 30 foot of me, one thing I forgot about what this spell which I've been running, which is the Aura of Life spell, you get 1 hit point back per round. So I'll let you guys track that one.
That's
Just-
nice.
Thanks.
Not you, Mike. No.
You sure?
Yeah, not you. It's only the characters.
Oh, yeah.
So, and then...
Documentary proof of that, have you?
Yes, in addition, a non-hostile living creature regains 1 hit point when it starts its turn in the
Oh, well,
aura.
I don't have any living creatures anyway. Oh, well, no, not really.
Okay.
I've only got
Oh, wait a minute.
weird.
The last
Blobs.
4 words say with 0 hit points, so that doesn't count. I didn't read the last 4 words. There we go.
That's actually still... That
pretty good.
is a genuinely useful effect. Yeah.
Yes, it's a pretty good effect. Do we go after Dwarf? I've got to go after Dragotha, that's my thing.
Yeah, do it. So you
Yeah,
got
but I can't see her.
Him.
Him.
Don't misgender him.
It.
Tonight's beer is called From Above from the Track Brewery.
Lovely.
It's not bad.
So,
Slightly from the central casting of Juicy Pales.
yeah.
It says proficiencies, cleric, saving throws, wisdom, and charisma.
Yeah, but I think
Oh.
if you read multiclassing, you'll see you only get certain of the first level proficiencies when you multiclass. It doesn't include the saving throws.
Yeah.
That would be it then. That sounded like a
That
Lucas.
sounded
by
like
the
a
way.
Lucas.
Hello.
Hey!
Lucas, hello.
Oh, God.
Hello.
How nice of you to drop by. Your turn is going to be any second. So we can get everybody to catch you up on what you've missed for the last few weeks in a moment. But let's continue with
Just
scaling.
in time for the TPK, Lucas.
Yeah.
Lovely. Oh my god.
Dragotha's
I'm
basically
seeing
unwounded.
large creatures.
Your issue is Dragotha is a very serious unit. Yeah.
Dragotha doesn't miss and has these legendary saves. So anything with the save, Dragotha was going to choose to save. Anytime Dragotha hits, he's going to hit and do damage. Now, it's not kind of like tons and tons and tons of damage in one go. It's just
His
like
breath
it will be
weapon is.
relentless. Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
So, and Johnny put on the smoke and then wasn't able to turn it off again because he got stunned. So we can't see Dragotha. So, really, the breath weapon has done its job again for the enemies.
The smoke, you mean?
The smoke. And here we are. And we've got this dwarf.
Kill the dwarf, take out the guns.
Well, I think we want to focus on
I think we
Dragotha.
want to focus on Dragotha. I tell you what I'd like to do.
Oh, what? I'm only on 80 hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got this breath weapon.
You've burnt an awful lot of resource. That, I think, is
Yes.
the issue.
Well, about half on hit points, and haven't really got any spells because, well, firstly, any spells are saved against, so it's kind of a bit like, what's the
Yeah, you
point?
still don't understand that
We still don't.
legendary.
We still don't
resistance
understand it,
power.
but every time we do
No.
something, there's I even actually went, oh, do you know what? I'm going to do my most powerful thing against one of the minions, and the minions did a legendary fucking save.
Yeah,
So-
they did because they're
Well, just do your
legendary
divine
minions. I can
smite.
hear the
then.
frustration in your voice, Paul.
Well, it's
Do
just
the
like,
divine smite.
No, but
divine
it's-
smite. You can't save. It just takes damage.
yeah, but I can't see it, Johnny.
Well, I know, but I'm going to switch it off when I can.
I know, but I've got a round now.
Well, bash the dwarf.
How high up above me is the dwarf, Mike?
Question:
So-
my staff of striking only has one charge left. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about. We
No
were talking
resource
about
management
running
thing.
out of resources. That's pretty much kind of where we
Your
are.
resources.
Yeah, okay. So that's not a case of somebody not
No.
forgetting to
No,
reset
no,
it.
no.
It's not.
That was 9 being used on a go or something.
Yeah, they
Right.
used 9 in one attack.
Lovely. Did it actually do damage, or did
No,
he?
not really.
Did 4 points of damage.
Chipping away at them.
You killed something last week. Not you, Lucas. Parker. Well, not Parker, but the character. Anyway, your character.
Have we done any damage on Dragotha?
Yeah,
About 100.
And have I done any damage on this other worm?
You've not done an enormous amount of damage on the other worm, but you have done some.
Not blooded, then.
In a word,
No.
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 No. Paul, please rescue us.
I'm waiting for it to stop.
It's your...
I know.
No, don't.
I know.
Jump
but
in
it-
and
Do
stop
something.
it.
I know, but
It's your
just-
turn.
Right,
It's a
this-
turn-based game that depends upon you.
Jumping.
doing,
I'm
you know-
asking a question, which
No,
is
not
how
jumping.
high is the dwarf? Above,
30 feet.
30 foot above me, so I can't even attack it. So, what
no.
I want to do is I'm going to move.
How are you doing for hit points?
I'm about half.
Can you heal yourself?
I've got some lay on hands. I've got enough to get me nearly up to full.
Well, why don't you spend your round doing that?
I will spend an action to do that, and then I think what I'm going to do is spend another action getting out of the way of being in the line of sight, but being closer to true growth, because ultimately I've got to kill it.
So you're sort of tucking yourself in the northwestern
Yeah,
quadrant of the cave, round the corner from the passage, therefore
Yeah.
taking cover from Dragotha.
yeah.
On 5, if it is the real Parker, it is Parker.
Right.
You haven't got blind fighting, have you, Parker?
No. I could go up the wall and attack the dwarf.
Do it.
Yes.
Do it.
You could.
Do it.
Does that have value?
Yes.
Do it.
Right. I'll go up the wall. 10 feet along, 30 feet up. Bosh, bosh, bosh.
Yeah.
And 4 points of damage.
Yeah, and
3 points of damage.
And another 6 points of damage.
Armor class 23.
That's a hit.
That's 17 and a DC 16 Constitution save.
I don't know what it's
DC 17 Constitution save.
17. Well, it makes it anyway.
Okay, so it's not stunned, and then we'll get armor class 28.
It's another hit.
14 points of damage.
Yeah, got it.
And then the unarmed
Yeah, I'm keeping track of all of this.
strikes, armor class 27 is a hit.
Yes, is
So
a
that's
hit.
another 16.
Wow.
And
Okay.
finally,
yeah.
Armor class 25 would also be a hit. So that's
Yeah.
22, and then another 2d8.
Basically, you're just pummeling the absolute Jesus.
It's entirely different when Lucas is running
So
him.
I go up.
It is, isn't it?
Oh, you noticed
16.
another 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and then I
Yeah.
move away.
It was just laughing and cackling and hopping up and down in glee on this ledge, and you just kind of run up the wall and just gone.
And then does a backflip off the ledge, jumps down, lands in the kind of Marvel
This
pose.
thing has got little birds circling around its head.
Without taking attack of opportunity, so I move away again.
Yeah. Okay, don't overdo
Did
it.
that seem to... is it blooded?
Yeah, it's bloodied.
Yeah, good.
On 17, top of a new round, God knows how many rounds this combat has been going on, seemingly forever. It is Auntie Burple.
I think I might need to drink a potion, you know.
You're resorting to a potion.
Yeah.
The healing potions are coming out.
Well,
That
just
is always
just to
a-
heal some hit
the line
points.
has
because
been crossed.
Feeling a bit vulnerable. I heal a point because I'm regenerating.
It's when you get down to good breeze. You know, real.
No, I've got spells. It just feels like
I have
it
a
feels like
handful of good breeze.
I've
for
been
6
carrying
hit
around these
points.
potions for just donkeys, and I've never used them, and it feels
Yeah.
like appropriate
Oh.
to rather than.
Are they the ones in the
I've got 2 unidentified
opaque
potions of
crystal
healing.
bottles?
I don't
Oh,
know
right.
about those. Don't know what they are. 2 unidentified ones. I've
Okay.
also got a supreme potion of healing, which is one I'm proposing to drink, which is a proper potion as opposed to.
Oh, okay. The others are ones in the opaque,
Unidentified.
heavy crystal bottles.
The ones we drank before that
'Cause a
made
lot
us
of-
really ill. That we-
Well, people have been carrying around some potions of dubious provenance for quite a while.
yes, those.
I was wondering if one
I've
day
got
somebody might
I've got
dig
2
one
of
out
those.
from right at the bottom of the bag of holding. Yeah.
I've got 2 of those. No, I'm not going to
Desperation.
drink one of those. I'm drinking a supreme potion of healing, which is 10d4 plus 20.
Whoa.
47.
That is good.
It's good, but I'm still, still need another 45, so it's worth doing. And then I might move, but am I right in saying that the ziggurat is still covered in worms?
It is covered in worms, as are the walls. Oh, Parker, you ran up the wall. We didn't tell you that before you did it.
No.
So we'll worry about it next time.
Drinking a potion is a standard action.
It is a standard action.
I might use my bonus action
Uh-huh.
to bestow bardic inspiration on
Oh, on
wow.
me. It's a blast from the past.
bardic inspiration on
On Scaly.
Buggy.
could be on Buggy. I'm thinking on Buggy.
Remove my frightened. I'll come.
No,
Bash
it just gives you a D12 that you can use on ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. It's a one-off. So I will give that inspiration die to Scaly because he really wants it.
Thank
There
you.
we go.
Yeah.
Marvellous.
Done.
On 17, it's Uncle Buggy.
Okay, so I've got to move away, right, from him.
No, you don't have to move away. You just can't move any closer.
Hit it.
Oh.
Hit it.
And you can hit it.
Can I?
You lose your advantage.
And you can
because your
turn off the
attacks are at
smoke.
disadvantage.
And you can turn off your smoke,
Is
most
that
importantly.
green circle its base?
Yes.
I see. Well, maybe I should bash the thing in the wall. Maybe I'll bash the thing in
Okay.
the wall.
No,
Because I
bash
don't
it,
get-
bash it, bash
Thanks
it.
to Grotha.
I thought the golden rule was take out the guns.
Well, it's kind of true. It's kind of
Okay.
true.
Turn off,
But-
you've turned off the smoke.
It goes next, doesn't it? So maybe, I don't know, I would be inclined to take out the worm if you can.
I think I'll do the worm because I'm attacking at advantage, whereas I'm attacking disadvantage.
Okay,
The dragon.
if that's what you think, Jules. We know that your skill and mastery at
47
strategy
years.
is unsurpassed.
47 years of experience.
Yes.
Right, here we go. First one on the worm. I get to re-roll the 1. 20.
Yep, nice roll. If you want to plus
30,
23.
31. Is that okay? Enough?
Yeah.
Right. He takes. Oh, fuck it. 17 points of damage, 7 of which is radiant.
Brilliant, sir.
Next attack. Come on, let's have a 20. Oh,
No,
fuck
no.
it.
3 and a
16
2.
a hit.
Equals 5.
16 is a miss. 16 is
That's a terrible go.
That's a
3 and a
advantage.
2.
Absolutely. Is that it?
Absolutely
Is that it?
miserable go.
Your heart wasn't in it.
No, maybe I think you're right, Graham. I should roll again. Really.
Would that you could.
Would
Fast,
could-
inefficient.
Is that it?
Do I
You're not
get
moving?
another save?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, it's only written in the
Do I?
rules. Cool, for God's sake.
Yes, it's written in the rules, I suppose.
Nice.
19. What did I need? 21. Oh, and I'm rolling at advantage, aren't I?
and
A 1, which I get to reroll. Oh,
Hold up.
Are you not within 30 foot of Scaly now?
Hold up. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I am.
You're within 30 foot.
So I rolled a 17 plus 3 is 20. No.
no, you got 22. You got 22.
Oh, 22. So baking powder.
A baking powder.
A baking powder.
Oh, I made it.
Right.
That's my go. Fast and
Inefficient.
Well, very efficient.
Well, it's pretty. No, it wasn't very efficient, was it?
No, it wasn't really.
Oh, 17. It's a creature.
It's not even really fast.
I think the word you're looking for is lousy.
Lousy. Yeah.
Mediocre.
Okay, earplugs in, dark glasses on.
Is that you or Buggy?
Dark glasses in, earplugs on.
Mike's just getting warmed up, isn't
Under
he?
Hadar again, I think.
The endless resources.
The Diamond-Eyed Dwarf of Doom cackles again, burbles, eldritch language again, gestures towards you all, and once again you are plunged into total darkness. You can hear the whispering sound of demons from the void, and you can hear slurping on 16. It is sessions.
Becoming slightly boring.
Yep.
I suppose you want me to do the Dispel Magic again.
Yeah.
Or someone else going to do it?
I could do it.
Well, Scaly can
But
go and
bash.
hit kind of like your first, Graham. It frees up everybody. What else are you going to do?
What was your
You
alternative?
could do your Healy Bursty thing, couldn't you?
I can only do it once.
Yeah, do it when we're a bit more
Yeah,
weedy.
I don't need to.
And
So
most
I'll do
of
it.
you aren't that wounded at the moment. I could
No.
heal myself, which would be quite nice, you know.
Have you got any area of effect for Dragotha?
I can't even see Dragotha.
If you could.
Not really.
Scaly's plan is to go and bash. If Scaly can't see, bashing is next round. If Scaly can see, bashing is this round.
Okay, I'll do 3rd level Dispel Magic.
Yeah, the darkness between
And
worlds is
then,
vanished.
as a bonus action, I'm going to use my Harness Divine Power to recover.
It sounds massively made up. Harness divine power.
Yep. You use your Channel Divinity to fuel your spells. As bonus action, you regain 1 expended spell slot up to 3rd level. So I will regain the 3rd level spell
Oh,
that
well
I've
done.
just cast.
Nice.
I don't want to break it to you,
Nice.
Mike, but it's all massively made up.
Well, I appreciate that, but I'm just wondering whether or not Graham is just...
Inventing
I just
powers.
say whatever I like,
You
Mike.
slip the developers at D&D Beyond a couple of £100, and he can just backspace over stuff.
See if anyone notices. Yeah.
On 13, it is Dragotha.
Yeah.
What is Dragotha going to do?
He's going to surrender.
I think he is.
I mean, he probably
He
should.
just goes, you know what, guys?
Fair cop.
Uncle Buggy. He is squeezing past you.
Oh, fucking hell.
Do you want an
opportunity.
attack of Opportunifish?
I do. This is where I roll a 20, a 20, and a 7.
That would be fantastic. Or you roll a 1 and a 5.
Or a 1 and a 5. Okay, I'm
Re-roll the
I'm just
1.
going to get some bad dice rolls. I'm going to re-roll the 1. Hang on, but these are the practice
okay.
rolls. So
Okay, here we go. So that's
good
one
call.
other
That was
one.
another 1.
That was
Such a good
19
call.
as a
The
bad
19.
call. Okay, 19. 12 is kind of in the middle. 7
Okay.
is poor.
2.
2
Right,
is
okay,
also
now
poor. Right,
I'm
this is the main
attacking-
one. Okay, here we go. Yeah. No, you're going to get to roll 1 dice.
Oh, it doesn't really matter,
Well, it
does
doesn't
it?
matter because you rolled a 3
Attack
and a 5
advantage,
anyway.
don't
Yes, but you get to re-roll only the dice that rolls a 1. If you roll
Oh,
at
did I
advantage...
roll? Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, if you roll at
okay.
advantage, one of them is a 1. You don't get to roll them both again. It doesn't matter.
Two
You think you know
extra
someone.
dice out of the
Think
way.
you know
That was a
someone. I
slight
mean, he came to my
misunderstanding. I
wedding.
think I'm going to re-roll it again.
Dragotha powers past you,
See, I'm a non-threat. I'm a non-threat to him.
clambers
Can ignore me.
onto, have I mentioned it yet this week? The eye-poppingly stupendous giant pile of treasure and magical items in the southwestern corner of the cave. And then he lets rip
A fart?
with his breath weapon. It is a 90-foot cone of fire.
Oh, dear.
I can't be bothered to put the template down. It's so big, by the way. Looking at it on the side of my map here, it is actually larger than most of this level. It's just this huge thing. It's like trying to park a 747 in your kitchen. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be making dexterity saves, which I suspect everybody's used to.
This
It's
is fire, yeah?
this one. This is not the death wind.
Okay. I have
Buggy's okay, isn't he?
Buggy's all right, yeah.
Yeah.
just for
Oh, I forgot
anyone
to attack with
within
the worm last time.
Losers.
How annoying.
anyone within 30 feet of me gets advantage on dexterity checks.
Brilliant.
Well, that's handy.
Scaly, do we get any pluses from being within 30
Yep,
foot of
you'll
you?
get +3.
Your saving throws are +3 on everything.
Yeah.
It is a DC 25
Fuck.
20,
Dexterity
22
saving
dexterity
throw.
check.
Oh dear.
Mike, I'm choosing not to make
Purple
the
gets a
save.
23 plus 3. I save.
I'm using my legendary resistance.
You really don't know how this power works, do you, Paul?
Is there any protection being inside the prismatic sphere?
I'm afraid 0.
Yeah, I thought that might be the case.
Really?
Yep. You're affected as normal by areas of effect that overlap the prismatic wall or sphere.
Okay.
I've done an awful lot of reading about prismatic spheres
But
in the last couple of weeks.
Saving at advantage,
Yes.
and you have evasion.
Who has evasion?
Everyone within 30 feet of me.
Oh, what's that mean? It reduces the damage.
You take half or no damage.
Okay,
Lovely.
probably going to need that. DC 25, well, 3. Unlucky I'm rolling at advantage.
Yep.
16, 21 plus, I'm going to get 24.
Oh,
I better use my luck to re-roll my saving throw.
Can you teleport across planes, by the way? Just thinking about something.
Apropos of nothing.
No.
To roll an additional
It's
D20.
No, you
No,
can't.
no, no.
You have to teleport on the same
Oh,
plane.
25,
It's a
I say.
save from Graham. Wow, good use. Right, so where are we?
That didn't work.
Parker has passed. Sessions has passed. Scaly has failed.
Well, Skelly's still.
Burple has passed.
yes.
I think I
Okay.
need to.
Are you
no,
breaking
no,
out a naught dice?
No, I'm not breaking out an order, so I'll take it.
Okay. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
It is
Fucking hell.
95 points of fire damage.
Does the evasion mean we get half?
Yeah.
If you have evasion, you take half if you fail,
Quarter
and
if you
none
save.
if you save. No, none if you
none
save.
if
Oh,
So Dan-
excellent. None.
Do I get evasion from you?
Yes.
So 45.
So
40
everybody who saves
47.
takes nothing.
And I take 47.
Wow, that's fantastic. The evasion 30-foot view is fantastic.
Yep, that would have been
I'm
lovely.
immune to
Now-
fire anyway.
Which is useful. Lucky, in fact. Because there's something funny about this fire. It's got a certain kind of persistent napalmy quality
Right.
that we're going to have to worry about in a minute. But let's not dwell on that now. Let us dwell on the Nightcrawler, which is going to attack Uncle Buggy. He doesn't really want to swallow Buggy. He'll just get caught in its teeth.
Not very tasty.
Can you imagine? Ooh, it's like eating a caper or an anchovy.
I think that's really unfair on capers and anchovies.
It is going to... Sorry, it's got this, it's got that, it's
Well,
got done, it's
while you
got that.
think about that, I've got a suggestion for the party. It's an emergency thing.
Crack on.
I could put my portable hole on the ground near him and then
Oh,
throw my bag of holding in it.
Oh, yes, and
He will get sucked onto the astral plane.
how?
That's just what happens when
Well,
you
why doesn't...
Right.
one thing and the other.
But why won't we?
Well, anyone in within 10 feet, so obviously wouldn't put it anywhere near you lot.
I think that's...
It
Well-
will destroy both items. He'll get sucked onto the astral plane. You can't
I
teleport
can only
between
encourage
planes.
this kind of thinking. I love this. So you have a think about that. In the meantime,
It's a great idea, Joss.
Anyway, it's a sort of nuclear option.
He's on his pile of magic.
Yeah, I could put it away from the magic, like somewhere like here.
Would that not?
I'd destroy both my items. I'd have to empty Cheeseman out. Too cruel.
what?
And then, if he can change planes, though, it's just a complete waste of time.
It's not too cruel to keep Cheeseman in a portable hole, but it's too cruel to
It's no fault of fiction.
he's
put him
got-
onto the astral plane.
Fine, it's got cheese.
Well, by the way, he's the cheese master. Sessions, my new god and deity.
He's my best buddy.
Maybe.
Attacky.
Anyway, it might give us enough time to heal up
I've
or
had plenty of
something.
time to think, and this thing is just going to try it. And Welly,
We're not there yet.
with its bite, hits armor class 27.
Yeah.
You take... You take musical damage, 21 points of piercing damage,
Yeah, so 10.
and you take 11 points of necrotic damage. And can you give me a DC 23 dexterity save, please?
I'm within 30 feet of Thingamy, so that's plus 5
feet
at
of
advantage
Thingamy.
with the Barbarian.
Yeah.
So I need an 18.
Needing an 18.
First one, no.
Not
Second one,
enough. Not enough. You've got no luck, got no Ort dice, got no nothing. You are
no.
followed by the creature. It gobbles you down. It goes... On 8 it is Scaly O'Toole.
Scaly's going to bash.
Come on, Scaly.
Scaly's going
Scaly to the
to
rescue.
move south stride over the green stream of sludge.
Now, Scaly, no, we need to get into the whole thing.
Oh, right.
You're burning, man.
You take 23 points of fire damage, Scaly,
Okay.
because you are covered in this stuff. You can take a turn to try and shake off the clinging fire, or you can just keep going and let it burn away.
Every time I try and attack. Every single time.
What? So you're saying that even if we made the save, this thing is still on us?
No, I did
he
say
failed
the
it.
save.
Oh,
Save.
you did. You
you
failed.
did.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Oh, you dig. So, I have 95 hit points left.
Well, after the 23.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go and attack. Stupid thing to do, but I'm going to go and do it because
Look at the balls on this
I'm going to attack.
dragon.
Just...
Okay.
And then within 10 foot...
You sure?
Do it.
Well, hopefully somebody
Do
else
it.
can help.
Let's
How
do
many
this.
sessions have we played where it's been impossible to actually
Come on,
land a
do
blow
it.
on this
Yeah,
thing?
do it.
Get within
Come
10
on.
foot.
Do it.
As a bonus action, you can choose a creature you can see within 10 foot of you and gain advantage on attack rolls. This is my vow of
Enmity.
Enmity. So, let's bash this fucking thing. First
Okay.
attack. Armor class 19.
19 is a miss, I'm afraid.
Armor class 24.
Armor class 24 is a hit on Dragotha.
Well, let's do the normal machete damage.
Normal mashy machete.
Machete is 9 points of damage.
Yeah.
And
9 points of damage.
Yeah. 3
and
points
Divine
of
Smite
damage.
at 4th.
I'm not the only one, am I?
31 points of damage.
Right, next.
And then
There's a bit of a chunk you've taken out of it.
second attack. Armor class 29. And the
Is a
second
hit.
of the second attacks. Okay, right.
Yeah.
Is another 13
Ooh.
points. And I am rapidly running out of... I will do a 5th level. A further 34 points.
Nice.
It doesn't
Very nice.
like that at all.
I think that's it. That's what I'm going to do.
Hisses at you, spitefully.
I'm going to stay there.
On 5, it is Parker.
Is there any problem with standing on this green river thing?
Yes.
Yes. Don't do
It's
it.
bad.
So we can go over it, but we can't stand on it.
Yeah.
A square which is more Green River than non-Green River is a square that you should not be in.
Right. There's a place I can stand next to it.
So you hop over
and
the river.
Bashy bashy.
Bashy bashy.
Oh,
rolled off a
14
20.
is obviously a miss.
There's a miss.
Flipped off the 20.
Hello.
Hello.
Miss. So second.
Next one
Oh, for God's
is a
sakes. Why can't I
it's another
do this?
All the dice up.
Yeah.
Dragotha goes.
Armor class 26.
26 is a hit.
That's 12 points of damage.
12 points.
Oh, God. That's it.
That's it.
3 misses.
I can't
for
dress it up.
Christ's sake. No, and then I will move back
You're going to move? Yep. Where are you moving?
away behind Scaly.
Away.
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 Far
Right.
away.
In a
Top of
manger.
you round on 17, it's Burple.
Ah, purple, right. Well, I'm going to cast a fireball to get the guy on the ledge and Dragotha.
Okay, well, we don't need to worry about Dragotha. Obvs. This guy on the ledge needs to make a dexterity save
Okay, well,
DC. But
It's
I'll
a
roll anyway.
DC.
And what about all
hang
the
on, let me
worms
find
on the
it.
wall?
Oh, it's a 19. It's a 19 from the guy on the ledge.
And all the worms on the wall.
Yeah. So worms are a
Yeah.
non-expiring, endless resource.
It's a DC 27.
No,
it's not,
what
it's
is
a
the real
DC,
DC? Because there is
DC
actually
18,
it made it.
and it does 40 points. Save to half, so 20.
Okay. Well, it squeals. Does it squeal? It vents frustrated gas. Not in that way, Johnny.
Okay. And then
Yes.
I'm going to move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm moving south past Dragotha, back down the corridor. Oh no, there's a Greebly down there. I forgot about that.
There's a Greebly that swallowed Uncle Buggy. So
It's swallowed Uncle Buggy, so maybe I can help Uncle Buggy.
maybe you can.
Yeah, I'll do that. So I'll move back down the corridor and I'll Misty Step to get an extra 30 feet as a bonus action.
That takes you sort of halfway back between the cavern and where you originally came up. Pipe.
Yeah, so
Just past
pretty
Buggy.
close to
Just
the...
past the swallowed Buggy. Okay.
Yeah.
Talking of swallowed Buggy, it's swallowed Buggy. Buggy, you're currently a meal.
Can you remind me of my options?
Yes, you can attack. Now you are blinded and restrained, but you're not restrained. because of your freedom of movement spell, which I presume is still running.
Yeah.
You have total cover from attacks and other effects outside the Nightcrawler. You feel that you've got an appointment with some digestive juices very shortly. You can attack. It says
I can't do that, Mike. I can't do 2 spells in a round, sorry.
Oh,
I'm sending the dessert trolley back, sorry.
sending the dessert trolley back, and you're ending your turn just outside the main cavern in the passageway instead.
Yeah.
Back to Buggy. Buggy, you're attacking at disadvantage. You'd be attacking at advantage. It all flattens out. So you just attack as normal.
Okay. Plus 13 on this.
Or you could start climbing down the worm to see what happens if you follow it back into its recesses. You know, you might find the other end of
Can I
it.
try and fight my way? I mean, push my way out. I think we did that with another creature. Can't remember what.
You did with another creature when there was a rule for it. This creature does not seem to offer that option.
Okay, so I roll a 20. Is that a hit?
20
On the
is
inside of it.
Yeah, 20 is a hit. Yep.
Oh, great. 25 points of damage, 6 of which is radiant.
Oh.
Another attack. Oh no, come on.
Oh dear.
15.
Is not enough, I'm afraid. Okay, you are still within the creature's gut. On 17, it is the Diamond-Eyed Dwarf of Doom. The Diamond-Eyed Dwarf
Jumps
of Doom
down.
cackles, surveys the cavern,
On
waves
17 it
its crystalline hands in the air, identifies its target, and releases a dreadful burst of eldritch energy. What is that burst?
It's a Healy burst.
What fresh disasters will it bring? Well, we're not going to find out now. We're going to find out when we pick things up next week. Cock.
We're doomed.
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. Into the Wormcrawl Fisher and Age of Worms are copyright Wizards of the Coast. Into the Wormcrawl Fisher was written by James Jacobs. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!